Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to episode 14, week 3 of Cook with Kate. So lockdown recipes, I'm live streaming every weekday during the lockdown to give you a little bit of inspiration in the kitchen, see if we can encourage the kids to get involved and to help you out with meals that aren't going to cost you a fortune and that use ingredients that you've got, minimal ingredients that you've got in the store cupboard. The challenge this week has been for me to literally do 5 recipes with what I have in my store cupboard. So we've had chocolate courgette cupcakes, we've had a delicious tagine. I can't actually remember what we did on Monday. Can you remember what we did on Monday? It'll come to me soon. And today we're going to do a really lovely tomato soup. It's actually I've done a mishmash of recipes in Go Faster Food for Your Active Family. I'm doing spicy lentil and tomato soup with crispy chorizo and slow roasted tomato and basil soup. So basically doing kind of combination of the two. It's a beautiful day. I'm not going to put lentils in the soup, even though I have some, because I kind of associate a lentil soup with, and it's like the first summery day, really summery day, 22, 23 degrees that we've had this year. So we're going to not use any lentils. I haven't got any basil, so we're not going to use any basil. And I haven't got any fresh tomatoes, so the slow roasted tomato soup is usually used with some tomatoes that I halve and I slow roast in the oven. But I found this really nice sieved tomatoes in my store cupboard, and I've got a tin of chopped tomatoes, so that's what I'm going to use. So let's get on with it. I hope you're all well today. How are you feeling? How am I feeling? I am feeling a little bit sad today, I have to say. I'm going to dedicate, I'm not going to cry, I'm going to dedicate to today's Cook with Kate Facebook Live to family, because I know most of us will have probably made plans for Easter. We were either going away, we were going to go off to the Lake District. I'd rented a cottage in the Lake District, and we were going to meet up with all our kids, and Helena was going to come over from Germany, and it was going to be fantastic, and all their partners as well. But obviously that's all cancelled. We're going to spend it on our own here in Bristol without our children, which is very sad for me. But I'm not going to cry. No, I'm not going to cry on Facebook Live. But I'm going to dedicate this to everybody else who is not able to get together with their family. Again, my parents are both 86, and they live literally just down the road, and we can't get together with them for a lovely Easter Sunday roast, which is just how it is, and it's, you know, hopefully next Easter we're going to have a fabulous time all together, and we'll learn to really appreciate. I think this time apart is actually making us really appreciate how precious those moments together are. Yes, Mark's saying, did you listen to the lady on Radio 4 today? And actually, I've got to put this all into perspective. So the lady on Radio 4, lady from Wales, her husband, who was only 58, that's actually 3 years older than me, had caught the coronavirus and was in intensive care, and it was a very moving story. And he's actually shown signs of improvement, so fingers crossed and all best wishes to the lady on Radio 4 this morning. So we'll get on with making a really nice tomato soup. You know, tomato soup you can just get in a tin from a well-known company. It's kind of orange colour. That's a bit of a favourite in our family, except that I really don't like it. However, I do like my own homemade tomato soup, and my family do eat that as well. And actually it's so much more nutritious. You know exactly where everything's come from. So we're going to start off with, last week we talked about how easy making soups are. You just need a sort of a base of onion, carrot, celery if you've got it. So I'm going to start off with, I've actually got celery in my store cupboard, in my veg rack. I've got one grotty little carrot left, so we're going to use that. We're going to chop up. You don't have to chop anything up particularly beautifully because we're going to liquidize it afterwards. So just chop up your onion quite roughly. I'm going to turn on the hot plate. There we go. You could use butter. I'm using just light olive oil here. I've got about a tablespoonful, or a little bit more. You can be quite generous with tomato soup. It's good to be generous with the olive oil as well. And I think we'll add a little bit at the end as onto the final dish. I've got some really nice Greek extra virgin olive oil that we can drizzle over. So I'm going to cook the onion and the celery and the carrot down until it's soft. Then I'm going to add the stock, and I'm going to then liquidize the base of the soup. So the onion, celery, and carrot I'm going to liquidize, and then I'm going to add the tomatoes after that, so that the tomato soup has got a little bit of a bite to it. Pop that celery in. Doing well. How is everybody feeling today? Are you looking forward to just sitting in the garden all afternoon? Just going to see who we've got on the feed today. Let's have a look. Oh, we've had 2 shares already. Thank you so much. Really, really, really appreciate anybody sharing this, because we do have our 5 by 2025 initiative that we're trying to spread the word about, and that is that every child, by the time they leave home, should be able to cook 5 simple, nourishing recipes. And something like this is a great example. It's just that the knowledge of how to make a simple soup is invaluable, really, because you can knock together a meal with some very, very, very simple ingredients. So I'm going to pop that carrot in. So we've got the carrots, onion and celery in there. We're lucky enough to have a massive bay tree in the garden. So I'm going to add a nice bay leaf and then give that all a good stir. Let that cook down. So that would ideally cook for about 5 minutes until the onion goes soft. I'm going to prepare, while it's cooking, some chorizo and some chili just to put on top of the dish, which makes it just like transforms from a boring tomato soup, potentially boring tomato soup, although we'll add some little bits in it so that it's not, to something that's really, really lovely, just by cooking up some crispy chorizo and popping it on the top. Really, really, really transforms your tomato soup. I'm trying to make the slices as thin as possible. There we go. So we've got some chorizo there, and let's just grab another knife actually for the chili. Pop that over there. And I'm going to, I'm just going to add some little circles of chopped red chili on the top of the soup as well, to give it a bit of a kick, because anybody who's been listening to our Facebook Lives recently will know that we like our food to have a little bit of a kick. So who have we got? Hello. Who have we got? Jill, hello Jill, how are you? Are you Gillian or Jill? It'd be nice to know. You are our top fan. Did you know that? You come up on Facebook as our top fan. So thank you very much for all your support. Really, really appreciate it. So I'm going to pour the stock into the soup now. It's not quite soft enough, but for the purposes of this Facebook Live, so you don't have to sit here and watch me cook soup for hours and hours. I'm going to pour in the stock. I've got about half a litre, 600 ml of vegetable stock here. Again, I've just used this, where is it, to show you. Here we are. I've just used this marigold bouillon, which is fine. It's a bit salty, but I haven't got any homemade vegetable stock today, or chicken stock. We'll have to wait until we have a roast on Sunday, Easter roast. What are you going to have for your Easter roast dinner? I'd love to know. I think we'll have a leg of lamb or a shoulder of lamb, depending. I suppose it depends what's in the shops as well. I'd love to know what vegetarians would eat for their Easter Sunday meal. If you're a vegetarian, let me know. Let me know what you're planning. So Ben, as the weather's brightened up, we can enjoy this soup cold. Can we enjoy this soup cold? Yes, you can. You can. You can have it like a gazpacho, which is like a cold, ice cold soup from Spain, which is made generally with, if you've got the ingredients, fresh onion, cucumber, tomatoes, red pepper, and maybe a little bit of chili. Sometimes people put a bit of breadcrumbs in, and olive oil, lemon juice, and you just whiz it all up, and it's absolutely gorgeous. But this, I think you could really enjoy this cold in the garden. You could even possibly stick a celery in and a little bit of Tabasco sauce and have it as a kind of Bloody Mary type soup stroke Bloody Mary. I think that might work quite nicely as well. Hello Nikki, how are you? How are you? Happy birthday for yesterday. Did you enjoy your birthday? What did you do and what did you get? I bet you went for a birthday run. I'd like to know how far you went for your birthday run, or maybe on your birthday you took the day off. It would be nice to know. Anyway, this recipe is from Go Faster Food for Your Active Family. It's actually a mix between the slow roasted tomato and basil soup and the lentil, where is it, page 100, the spicy lentil and tomato soup with crispy chorizo, because I haven't got all the ingredients for either one of the soups, but I have got the right ingredients for a combination of the two. Just grab my blender. You can use an electric blender, but I use this one that I've had for years and years and years. It means that you don't, it basically reduces the amount of washing up, so that's got to be a good thing, hasn't it? I'm just going to plug it in. Whoop. And what I do is I just remove the soup from the heat just for a few minutes. I'm going to take out, you have to remember to take out the bay leaf before you liquidize it, otherwise it will just taste funny and you get bits of hard leaf in your soup. This is going to be a little bit noisy, hopefully for not too long. It's going to get a nice smooth base for the soup. Hopefully that's not too long. Here we go. We're done. There we are. That wasn't too noisy, hopefully. So this, if you haven't got one of these, I can highly recommend. I bought this I think when Helena was, when I was weaning Helena basically, so she's now 26, so it's lasted a while, and I think it cost 15 quid or something. So really useful, and they last forever, and they don't take much washing up, which is fantastic. So Gillian, here we go. Hard leaf in your soup is better than a fly. Absolutely. Nikki, birthday run 6Ks. Oh yeah, okay, so a nice little run for you in terms of what you normally do, isn't it? Excellent. And then relaxed. Weird, I know. Brilliant. Oh, that's made my day, being the top fan. Thank you. I'm Gillian, but down south, shortened names, so I'm called Jill quite a lot. I answer to both. Well, that's good. I will remember to call you Gillian in the future, because we don't want to call our top fan by the wrong name, do we? So I've got the base of the soup now. I've just made it nice and smooth. Now I'm going to add the tomatoes. So I've got a tin of, just a normal tin of chopped tomatoes that I'm going to add in. So I say the recipe, the tomato and basil soup recipe, actually has slow roasted tomatoes that I've roasted in the oven for an hour or so. That adds a real depth of flavour, but we're not going to do that today because we haven't got any fresh tomatoes. And then I've got these sieved tomatoes that I think I bought in Sainsbury's. I've actually never used before, but they were in my cupboard, so we're using them now. So just going to put this bay leaf back in, see if we can really get the flavour. Then I'm going to bring this all to the boil. I'm also going to add a couple of, probably about a tablespoon of tomato puree. Add that. And then something I thought that would actually be really nice in it was I've got these slow roasted peppers that need using up. So I'm just going to pop, if I can get it out, I'm just going to pop a red pepper. These, if you're looking at sort of upgrading your store cupboard, jars of things like these roasted peppers are so useful. You can add them to salads, you add them to stews, you can just eat them on their own at lunchtime with some cheese or something, some feta. They're really good. So I'm just going to cut this up quite small, and I'm going to add that to the soup. What I find is if you make a tomato sauce or tomato soup with tinned tomatoes, it can often taste a bit sort of sour. So what I do is I add a teaspoon of sugar, and that can really just really improve the flavour and take that sourness away. I expect in the tins of tomato soup that you get, that's why people love it so much, because I expect there's quite a lot of sugar in them, in that soup, and that's how they get that kind of flavour coming through without that sourness of the tomatoes. And I would also put in a teaspoon or so of balsamic vinegar. Again, balsamic is quite a sweet vinegar, if there is any in this bottle. Yes, there is. Just a little bit. Just enough. Balsamic vinegar is quite a sweet vinegar as well, so that just brings out the flavour. There we go. So I'm just going to heat that. Look, it is quite it's quite the colour of the famous brand, isn't it? While that is cooking through, I'm going to swap hot plates, and I'm going to heat this frying pan to quite hot. I'm going to crisp up the chorizo sausage, so that's to put on top of the soup when it's finished with. So hard leaf in your soup is better than a fly. Yes, absolutely. So what have you got? What plans have you got for this Easter weekend? I'd love to know. I would really love to know. I'm going to do, what am I going to do? What are we going to do, Mark? We're going to go for a run. We're definitely going to go for a run because we're going to try, if we're allowed out, to do a half marathon on that's the following weekend. So we're going to do our last training run for that. What else are we going to do? We're going to do some Pilates because Mark's really into Pilates. I don't think it's anything got to do with the Pilates instructor on our YouTube channel that we found, who's very lovely. And we are going to, I'm going to read. I'm going to sit in the garden and read because I haven't actually had much downtime for a long time. And I'm reading a really good book at the moment. Paul says no more than an hour, and he's a policeman. Okay, yes. So my brother-in-law Paul says that actually we shouldn't be running for more than an hour. So I don't know how we're going to do a half marathon because I can't do a half marathon in an hour. So we might have to reduce that to a 10k rather than a half marathon next week because. If we can't run for more than an hour. I'm sure if you're in the middle of nowhere, I'm sure it's okay, but we are in the middle of the city in Bristol, so we should, we are following the rules. We've got to follow the rules because this is the only way we're going to get through this and out the other side as quickly as possible, which we as a business really, really want to do. As you know, we have these Go Bites energy balls, which are available now online. But basically, all our food to go business has dropped off a cliff. So it's not the best. It's not the best, but we will get through it. And just keep smiling. That's what I say. Just try and keep smiling. Hello to anyone who's just joined. Welcome to Jesse's Cook with Kate. I am the founder of Real Fast Food, Kate Purse's Real Fast Food. You might have seen my books, which are all about great tasting food, smile on the face of friends and family, and the right type of get up and go energy. So all my food is about giving you the right type of energy. We've also got some fantastic resources, and we're going to focus on these resources a bit more next week. So if you want to learn a little bit more about nutrition, please go onto the website gobites.com, and you can download free nutrition resources which are great for adults and children alike, really. But you know, if you want to do something that's kind of educational fun with the kids, bring them into the kitchen, download the resources, and there's all sorts of little exercises and lovely recipes that you can make with the kids. The Count on Carbs one, for instance, tells you all about the difference between fast release and slow release carbohydrates, how that works in the body, and then the recipe to sort of bring it all together is a delicious OT banana pancake. So that's always popular. We run a schools program, so we deliver these courses in schools, and the banana pancakes are always a very popular one. In fact, I was looking at photos yesterday. I was trying to delete some photos from my phone because it's so full up, and I found photos of a school that I'd been to deliver one of our Eat Like an Athlete courses to, and it was a school in Cheshire, a pupil referral unit. So that's a school for pupils who have basically been chucked out of the normal educational system, and I had I think it was 15 boys ranging from the ages of about 13 to 16, and it was kind of more or less one teacher to one pupil, and I was quite scared when they removed all the knives, or counted all the knives in the kitchen before we started. Oh God, what have I let myself in for? But actually it was incredible, and they just got into the cooking so, they were just so passionate about it. They kind of took it on themselves, started changing the recipes, adding more chilli, doing some interesting things. The pancakes went down really well, and we made, I know some of you was talking about the chicken kebabs yesterday. We made chicken kebabs, and that's where they got a bit inventive on how much chili they would use and things, and it was really good and very rewarding, I have to say, very rewarding. So I'm just making, as you can see, I put the chorizo sausage in a dry frying pan. I didn't put any oil in the frying pan at all, because chorizo is so oily anyway, and I'm gradually bringing out, so cooking it quite slowly, and the oil is all coming out. You can see that, if you can see down the bottom, there's about a tablespoon of oil that's come out of this teeny weeny amount of sausage. I think we cut about that much. So that is why we shouldn't eat too much processed meat, because things like salami and chorizo are very, very, very rich in fat, and it's not the right type of fat. Whoops, let's turn this down. I want them to go crispy on one side, so I'm going to turn them over now. You could cook the chilli as well. I think I might keep the chilli just fresh, and just sprinkle it over the top on this occasion. I'm just going to turn the chorizo over to crisp on the other side. There we go. And the soup has just been cooking away. I'm going to add some salt and pepper now. I'm just going to taste it before I add the salt, because I use that bought stock, which can be quite salty. Oh yeah, definitely needs some salt. A couple of pinches of salt and a hefty amount of black pepper, I reckon. Stir that in. If you decided to blend it again, it would go that orangey red colour, that smooth orangey red colour. So if you want it to look like tin tomato soup, you could blend it again, taking out the leaf first, and you would get that amazing vibrant colour. So how have we got? Gillian, we will be pottering in the garden more, playing music together and enjoying a lovely family Easter roast dinner. Ah, how lovely. I'm so jealous of you having your boys at home. Very, very lucky. Although they're probably a little bit stir crazy, aren't they? I imagine that they would prefer to be on the ski slopes. So Gillian, for anyone who has just joined, Gillian's two sons are amazing skiers. I think they're the top skiers of their age in the UK. Well, Rob is the, remind me, he is UK champion slalom, and Dan is now a very well-respected coach. So fantastic, really, really. Gillian has been a fan of Go Faster Food ever since Go Faster Food, the original book, was released. I remember we met each other on Facebook, and I think it was because I was talking about the relationship between music and sport, and my son was playing football all the time, or rugby, and he was playing the piano and the trumpet, and it was he had a match that clashed with his trumpet lesson or something, and we were just talking about it, and I can't remember which one he went to actually. Trumpet. I'm saying trumpet, rugby. Yeah, rugby, whichever. He's fine now. He still plays the trumpet, and he still loves his sport, although he has given up rugby. Angus Smethers is watching. Hello Angus, how are you? This is a really lovely soup that we're making. It's very, very easy. It's just a tin of chopped tomatoes. We've got onion, celery and a little carrot in there. We've got a little bit of roasted red pepper, a teaspoon of demerara sugar, a teaspoon of balsamic vinegar, and we also put in this, which I would highly recommend. It's called sieved tomatoes, and that has made the soup a really lovely consistency, I have to say. We also put in a little bit of tomato puree, and then we're going to top it with this crispy chorizo sausage. So I am going to, if you wanted, you could add maybe a little bit of cayenne pepper, or some fresh thyme, or a little bit of garlic as well. We're going to keep it quite plain today, because I think we might do what Ben suggested, which is leave it and eat it cold. So I'm going to put some in the fridge, and Mark is saying no, he doesn't want his soup cold. You want hot soup? Okay, right, we're going to have hot soup. I might try some cold. I might sort of take a bowl out and put it in the fridge and see how it works and let you know. So let's just bring this over here actually so you can see. So here we've got a really nice consistency. We've got it's thick, and it's got a few little lumps of tomato in it and a few little lumps of red pepper. I'm just going to spoon that in to the bowl. Yeah. Managed to splash a bit. Spoon that into the bowl, pop that over there. Just grab some towel. We want to make this look nice. It's all in the presentation, isn't it? So there we're going to pop some chorizo sausage on the top, crispy chorizo. That really brings that sort of smoked paprika yumminess to it. Let's pop all the chorizo on top. I would say if you were making, this is probably the right amount of chorizo for 2 bowls, but I'm putting it all on. If you were making it for 4 for the whole bowl, I would use maybe half of one of these chorizo sausages. So that's 225 grams. I'd use maybe 100 grams for 4 people. Then I'm going to pop on top some fresh chili. I have run out of anything green. I haven't got any green, I haven't got any coriander or basil or parsley, I'm afraid. So we're not going to be able to use that. But I think what I'll do is pop a little sprinkling of, if I can get into it, of the smoked paprika, just to finish it off. If I can actually get into the smoked paprika tin, yes. So this is the hot smoked paprika. You can use the sweet smoked paprika as well, which is lovely too. And just give a little sprinkle over the top of smoked paprika. There we are. So there we have. Can you see that? Tomato soup with crispy chorizo and a little bit of smoked paprika and fresh red chili. That is just such a simple dish. You can make it in 20 minutes. You can put it in the fridge and have it cold. You can freeze it because it's a great one for the freezer, and use it for later. Yummy soup, Gillian says. Go Faster Food says it smells delicious. Yes, you're probably going to have that for your lunch, aren't you? Boys are doing a lot of working out and running. I seem to be preparing many post-exercise snacks. Did you see yesterday? I did a video for 220 Triathlon on post-exercise breakfast, and I did a really nice granola, the granola recipe that that's on the Facebook Lives. But I did it with this stuff called skyr. I think that's how it's pronounced. It's an Icelandic yogurt which is fat-free but really high in protein. And it tastes really nice. It's really creamy. It doesn't taste like it's fat-free at all. And raspberries, and that is a great post-exercise snack. In fact, that's what you had this morning, Mark. Did you like it? In the jar. Yeah. Thumbs up from Mark. So looks lovely. I can almost smell it from here. It smells delicious. Yummy soup. Thank you, Kate. Will you have bread with it? I should cocoa. Yes. We actually have a local shop literally about 300 metres from where we live that is still doing really, really nice bread. So we are managing to get lovely fresh bread when we want it. Quite often we'll go for a run and finish off, buy a loaf of bread and bring it back. I think that's allowed, isn't it? Yes, yeah. So tomorrow, Good Friday, I'd always said that I was going to do a lemon drizzle cake tomorrow because I've got this lemon that it needs using up. We really ought to be doing, I suppose, hot cross buns, but the hot cross bun recipe is quite complicated. You've got to use yeast and leave it to rise and things, so it's not very appropriate for a Facebook Live. And you may want to just buy your hot cross buns. They are they're really worth it, but they're quite a palaver to make. I'll put the recipe up on the website, but I think we're going to stick with the lemon drizzle cake if you're happy with that. We'll make that tomorrow. So that's Good Friday. Then I'll be back on the following Tuesday. I think I'm going to take the Monday off. Back to the lockdown recipes. So I just checked to see whether there's any more messages. Claire, looking forward to adding this delicious soup to our family soup favourites. Thanks, Kate. As usual, we'll put the soup up on the feed, the recipe, and yeah, I'm glad you like the look of it. It does look really nice, actually. Again, if you got the blender out and blended it would turn sort of that orangey red colour of your Heinz tomato soup. So if you want to con people, that's what you need to do. The other thing is, it's really nice with a drizzle of cream or creme fraiche in it. That really brings it to life. We haven't got any cream or creme fraiche, so I'm not doing that. But I'm pretty happy that we've managed to get through all this week without going to the shops, and we've literally just used ingredients that are in the cupboard. Anyway, have a good day. Enjoy that sunshine. Sorry, I've got Mark's just saying something. Oh, we've got another comment. Let's have a look. Gillian, cool lemon drizzle, much better decision. Happy Easter, guys. Happy Easter, Nicola. Have a lovely, lovely time. And let's hope that the sun stays because it's making all this lockdown so much more bearable. So